What's up, everybody? This is Jackhammer2711 coming to you with another video review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Classics Galactic Protector She-Ra. This figure was the November figure, if I'm not mistaken, in the Club Etheria 6-figure mini-sub. And was available originally either by subscription or on MattelCollector.com in the month of November, of course, if I'm not mistaken. I think my assumption is correct there. Somebody correct me if you want to. I don't really care. She was available on Mattel Collector. She was part of the sub, and if you subbed, you got her. Anyway, taking a little bit closer look at her packaging here. As you can see, it's already opened, but you do have the Masters Universe Classics logo here at the top, the Galactic Protectors logo there, faction sticker, and then the figure name, She-Ra Galactic Protector here. Standard Masters Universe Classics blister card packaging with the green brick and the yellow card on the back there. Taking a look at the back of the packaging, of course, you do have your Masters Universe Classics logo here at the top, and some photos of some of the other figures that were available in the line, such as Galactic Protector He-Man, Hydron, the figure here in hand, Galactic Protector She-Ra, Slushhead, Flog, and Intergalactic Overlord of Evil Skeletor. Taking a look here at her biography. Pause that and read it if you want to. Yeah, this is her, Galactic Protector She-Ra. MattelCollector.com, where collectors are king, and collect them all. And of course, legal hoo-ha on the bottom. Setting that aside, oh my goodness, everything's falling. Setting that aside and taking a closer look here at Galactic Protector She-Ra, this is a really nice figure. I don't really know how I feel about it as far as its selection, or I guess you would say inclusion in the line. But it don't get me wrong, it's really nice. New Adventures, which is what this basically is New Adventures She-Ra, was not one of my favorite incarnations of Masters of the Universe Classics, if I'm being honest with you. And this wasn't even a figure that was ever even produced. This is an original figure sculpted and done by the Four Horsemen based on some artwork that was in one of the new mini-comics for Masters of the Universe Classics. Having said that, it's still a really great action figure. Taking a look at her accessories, set her aside here for a second. She does come with this, what I'm going to call New Adventures Sword of Protection. It's almost a carbon copy of the power sword that He-Man carries, New Adventures He-Man carries. Few differences, it's a little bit smaller. The hilt here is silver instead of gold, and as you see there, it does have the Stone of Protection there in the center. But otherwise it's identical. But it's nice, it's done well. Nice sculpting detail here on the handle and the pommel. Little bit of a paint slot there on the top part of that jewel right there. Not sure if you can see that on camera. Maybe right there, it just kind of overlaps there a little bit, but not bad. Other side's painted really nicely. I'm sure that's just going to be a figure to figure kind of deal. But a nice accessory anyway, and I like how they tied this sword in so well with the other sword that He-Man carries. Very well done there by Mattel and the Four Horsemen. It's a nice touch. I like the cohesiveness of the line. She also comes with this shield. Now this is a shield. This isn't those wimpy little stupid Princess of Power, hey look, we've got a shield, all of us have the same one because there's only one armor on Etheria, and it's small enough to cover nothing. This is actually a very nicely done shield. It's done in a green translucent plastic. You can see kind of the sculpting detail there. It's got like this star pattern on the front, kind of reminiscent to those shields. But it's much better done. Kind of, it's got that eagle motif with the eagle wings here on the side. These are sculpted. You can hear that they're sculpted into the side. These lines, and then on the back, it's got the two clips to fit on her forearm, and it fits nicely, as you saw whenever I brought the figure out. The other accessory that she does come with, here on her hip, she does have this sidearm that's holstered here. See if we can pull that out here. Take a look at that. Look at this dainty little thing. It's warped. Came like that in her holster. It's a little bit warped, but it's not too bad. You can see though it still does have some really nice sculpting detail across the top and the sides. It's painted in a nice silver plastic. It's really nice. It's a nice gun. It's just unfortunate that it does get warped from being in the holster. But it fits in there nicely, as you can see there. Taking a look at the figure herself, one thing to note, this visor does come off. So if you would rather have her just there in a standard look, sort of, you can have that. A helmet is not removable, but it's the wings of the helmet are cast, and it's really soft plastic. But it's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the visor off for the review, just because it can be kind of fiddly. It does tend to fall off somewhat from time to time, but it's not too bad. I mean, please don't. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's impossible to keep on. Just as much as I'm going to be moving the figure around, it will have a tendency to fall off. But taking a look at her, she's got her She-Ra helmet. It's a little bit different than the standard helmet, of course. You know, it's actually a helmet. Here at the top, you can see that her hair is covered. It's not like a tiara coming out with hair behind it. It's not removable, but it's silver. Her color scheme has switched over from white and gold to white and silver. But I like the silver color on her. It works really well. You can see here on the side of her helmet, she does have some little jewel details. She's got like a turquoise jewel there, and then a red one there in the front, and then again on the other side another green jewel. Also there on her collar piece on her cape, as you can see there underneath, some nice sculpting detail there underneath, and she's got those jewels here again, two red and one green in the middle, kind of ringed with this silver metal. Well, it's meant to be metal. It's not actually metal, but see there at the top and the bottom. Moving down to her chest piece, I really like this. I don't know why, but these asymmetrical designs I really like that. You know, the original figure has this. It's just this perfect symmetrical design on the chest piece. I just love this asymmetrical thing here that they've got going on. It looks really nice. Of course, you can see the green jewel, the turquoise jewel in the middle there. And then there on her belt, she's got some nice red paint detail there and there. Coming down to the skirt piece. More of those turquoise jewels there. Here on the front of the skirt. As well on the sides, right here on both sides. You can see there behind her holster. The holster is nicely done as well. It's a separate piece. It is removable, as you can see here. It's got a tab to remove that in the back. But it's well done. It's got some nice paint detail here on the side too, some silver paint detail. This looks like the Bubble Power She-Ra boots. So we've seen these before. But she's got leggings, she's got pants. It's good. She's not, you know, she's a modern woman. You know, she doesn't necessarily believe in pants, as her other figures have shown. But, you know, hey, sometimes it's nice to be a little bit classy and wear some pants. You know, not show your panties off to the world. You know, you are the princess of power. I mean, I understand that, but hey, wear some pants from time to time. Wrist gauntlets are really nice. That's one little nitpick I do have. All this is painted in like a silver plastic color. It's not metallic per se, but it's somewhat metallic. It's hard to explain. These are just cast in gray plastic, this silvery gray plastic, and it's it kind of clashes. You can kind of see the difference in this and this. It does have some paint detail with that red jewel on both of the gauntlets, but it clashes a little, but it's not bad. You know, it's noticeable, but not noticeable to a degree that it's a glaring issue with the figure. The head is removable. If you pop that head off, of course you will be able to remove the cape piece over the neck right there. You see on the back she does have a holster for the sword of protection, so that's really cool. Added onto the cape. I really like that. Like I said, it's a just based on the merits of it as an action figure, it's very well done. It's a very nice action figure. Say what you will about its inclusion. There are a lot of people who are just really happy with it and think it looks really, really cool, and are just thrilled to have her in the line. And I'm not saying that she's not a great inclusion. It's just, if they were doing this to make sure everybody gets put out and everything, you know, I just have a feeling there's going to be somebody who gets left out from the Princess of Power faction. Excuse me, that this figure took the place of, that may upset some people. I don't know. As I've said in past videos, I don't have a huge connection to the She-Ra world, other than the fact that it's part of the Masters of Universe Classics world. I don't know a lot about the characters. I don't know a lot about, you know, the toys, because I was just growing up as a kid. I was all about He-Man, She-Ra. Those were just like little Barbie dolls for me, so I wasn't interested. But this is a nice figure. Don't get me wrong, it is. It's great. Face sculpt is just beautiful, as the Horsemen always do. The Horsemen do a great job with the face sculpts. Going over the articulation, her head does rotate 360 degrees. The hair doesn't get in the way at all. She looks down about that far. She can't even really say she looks up, because the hair will hit this cape piece back here, and it doesn't look up very far. But still a nice range of movement on the head. Her arm goes all the way around, goes up that far, back down. She does have a bicep swivel that goes all the way around. She's got a single point elbow joint there, up and down there. Does have a swivel there at the wrist, goes all the way around. I promise it's not just the turning of the bicep. She does have articulation at the waist. Spin 360 degrees there at the waist. Legs go out about that far. Pretty good considering this skirt piece that's on here. It's a much softer plastic, so it does inhibit the articulation a bit, but I mean, she gets a nice wide stance right there. She'll fit on steeds nicely. As far as sitting poses, her legs will go that far forward, so she'll be able to sit down very, very nicely. As far as going backwards, it's a little bit more hindered by the skirt piece right there going back than anything, but you can still see. You can still get some motion there towards the back. Legs do go somewhat all the way around to the thigh. These female legs, as you can see, let me see if I can get a good clear picture of that under there. You can see it up there, the way it's kind of made. It will swivel a whole lot like this, but getting it to go all the way around is really a task sometimes, but you get a good range of motion out of it. You're not going to, I mean, unless she's possessed, her leg's not going to go all the way that far around anyway, as if she were a real person. She does have a single point knee. Boot cut articulation is there. Won't go all the way around with it. You probably could force it, but excuse me, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to break it. And then she does have some really nice ankle joints. No pins. No pins in these female ankles. I've been noticing that here lately, and I'm really liking that, because it's much sturdier. And she does have somewhat of an ankle pivot there, as you can see. But there you have Galactic Protector She-Ra. As I've said, I really do like the figure. I don't want it to make it sound like I'm not liking it. I'm not enjoying having it in my collection. It's just, I think she would have maybe been better served as somebody to come in 2016, I guess you could say. You know, after all the essentials are done. I just think there probably would have been someone that could have been included in this mini sub that would have been much better served to move the line forward towards that goal of getting all the essentials out before the end of 2015. But she is still a very nice figure. And you can see her there all gussied up and ready for action. Yeah, so there you have her, guys. And girls, if any of you watching this happen to be a girl, I apologize for calling you a guy constantly. But there you have it, guys. It's She-Ra. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. Just based solely on the fact of this is an action figure, it really is a nice figure. And there was some fan demand for her. I understand that. So you know, it is what it is. It's a great action figure of a character that some people probably wanted, but probably could have been released much later in the line to give way to someone who's a much more essential character for the line. But anyway, this has been Jackhammer2711. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys all on the flip side.